Hey Sagittarius, here is your what's next reading. Look at how the colors are done. I don't know if that's because of my necklace or what. But it's kind of cool, right? Okay, Sag, let's get into it because the fairies have a message for you. They have a message, Sag. Let's get into it. Let's pull this closer because I'm always fiddling and the light in here is just terrible. I can't stand it. But anyways, I am so grateful you're here and I appreciate your support. We're getting on track with the readings. If you're new here, this is a channel for Sagittarius, gang gang. And I am also Sagittarius, sun and moon. So I understand y'all. I do. I love Sagittarius energy. I love Sagittarians and, just trying to do my part to help y'all on your path because we're in it together. Yeah, I have a lot of energy right now for there being a full moon. I don't know. I guess I'll like get really tired and weepy later. Okay, Sag. Sag. Because normally Scorpio full moons will make you want to run and hide and not deal with nobody, right? Okay, so Sag, divination is here, which is really saying you're in the right place. That's what we're doing right now. And maybe this will help you get clear on something. But it's about getting clarity. The fairies want you to know that there is abundance coming. And look at how she's looking. She's looking to the future. And the reason I don't flip the camera anymore so that you can see the cards upright is because it just doesn't look right. I don't know what it is, but hey, look, we do the best we can here, right? Yes. So, Believe in Magic is here, which is all about being grateful in the moment and seeing the magic of life. I remember, and I do share my stories because, I believe that that helps. Okay. So, for those of you who don't like a lot of talking in their readings, you are in the wrong place, y'all. Wrong place. I talk a lot. So, let's get into it. I remember a time when, things were shitty, right? And it's real easy to really sink into the depression of it. And I got to the point where like one thing just tumbled into another, and it started off with a car accident that made me lose all of my job. I had a lot of jobs at that point. I think I was working like 2 or 3 jobs. Lost them all because I spent 2 months in recovery. And that just kind of snowballed into me losing everything. And we have all found ourselves in this place at one time or another. And what can really be hard is believing that things will get better. But that's what the fairies are saying. You might need to adjust your mindset, especially in the current moment. It's like you have to get in this mode of attracting abundance. And in order to attract abundance, you have to move in gratitude in the current moment, and just believe, right? Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says you are part of nature and you are magical too. You actually can pull better things to you. I know that people don't really believe that, but it's absolutely true. I've seen it work in my life. Now, maybe, everything's not going to be fixed in a day, right? But you will start to see positive things. And the more you change your mindset to attracting, which is finding things to love, finding gratitude, believe me, more things come. So this abundance that wants to come in, you might need to work on that a little bit. And in the next couple weeks, we're talking May. May is going to be, I had a good month in April, right? But May is going to be a really good month. And I actually can't wait for this Jupiter and Gemini thing. I think that's really going to be good for us Sagittarians, to be honest, because that's our sister sign. So, you know, like I asked several times what this is all about, but definitely underneath the deck, what needs to happen is you need to jump into the Delulu, Sag. That is our gift. We are the Delulu, which is somewhat delusional. If you are a true Sagittarian, you believe that everything is going to work out. You believe you're lucky. You believe that a lot of the times for Sagittarius, it comes through at the very last moment. And it comes from, we don't doubt that it's going to happen. We don't know how. We don't know how. We never know how. And we usually don't really concern ourselves with that because we're comfortable in the uncertainty. So right now, it is a period of healing and just getting ready for better things. And I know that we've been in that mode for a while. But and also I feel like part of it is like, even if things are tough, we're all on a journey that never ends, right? We're always transforming, we're always growing, and it's just like, heal anything that interferes with possibility for you. That's what it's telling you. And I think like Sagittarius has come a long way specifically since I've been doing this channel. I've noticed that it's been a long way in like sitting in the moment and being patient. We have really, really been patient. And the problem always happens for us. It's not just our impatience. It's that we have clusters of crap cycles, right? Like, our cycles don't run in a couple of months. They tend to run in years. And so, maybe it's something you have noticed is that you've had to like really work on being hopeful, right? Really work on it, on being hopeful and being patient, and really, moderation is about more than patience, right? And what it's telling you to focus on yourself in any stagnation you might find yourself in. I have seen lately a lot of cards come out in terms of health, daily routines, especially health centered around food. Okay, I'm not judging anybody. I don't know what your food habits are, but I know that I've been focused on getting healthy and taking care of myself and worrying about myself. I've been exercising, I changed my diet, and those might be things that you might want to entertain in this space of time. Because it really does help. How you feel affects how you think. It all works together, and we know this, right? Because we're spiritual people. We're spiritual people. Let's go over the blockage, though, because there is abundance coming. I did ask what it was about, and it really is about a fresh start and a new cycle, Sag, and it's a successful cycle. Okay. And I will say, and I really hope Marty Cannon is watching. Yes, I called you out. Because for some, especially those of who are trying to move, dudes, the time is coming. Let me just say that, because the World and the Eight of Cups is here. And, like all the moving cards came out. So if you're trying to make a move, it's going to happen for you. And so you really need to adjust your mindset to be ready to move, right? Be ready to move and believe in possibilities. Even if it seems impossible, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, right? Wish on a star. With the Eight of Cups in the World, even if you're not looking to move, we've been threatening this new cycle forever, right? There is a fresh start coming up, and all of this time, all of this cosmic BS that we've been going through has been a lot of walking away from things. It really has. And now it's like you're moving into a brand new thing. A brand new thing. And it's here too. Like, so new cycle is here too. And really committing to a new cycle. And part of committing to a new cycle is leaving old ways behind. Not just people, not just places, but even old ways of thinking. Okay? And I feel like this is a promise that you're making to yourself, to really put yourself in a beginner mind. Because we see child here, right? But it's really about starting something new. And it's really about taking on that mindset. The beginner mindset is all about being open to possibilities. And it's committing to that is like, you could be signing a new contract, or getting involved with a new partner. Whatever it is, it's new for you. And you are seriously committing to it. Even if this is leaving a mindset, you're committing to that. And that can be difficult. We all think that that's like super easy, right? But it can be difficult, especially we are positive people. By nature, a Sagittarius is positive and confident and optimistic. And that's what I mean when I talk about Sag calling their power back. Especially if things have been tough, it's time for you to readjust, okay? And get into the beginner's mind. Start being about the wonder, Sag. Being about the wonder. And what's interesting is your blockage, or what may be blocking you, because, we were seeing there is needing to be a shift, if you will. King of Swords, the Hangman, the Ten of Pentacles. So first of all, Sag, like, let's just put it out there. Get out of your head. Like, what Spirit wants you is telling you that you may need to stop thinking along the lines of, I have to have a plan. I have to do it this way. Now, the King of Swords is a very good planner because he can see it from an outside perspective. He's very big picture too, right? But they're telling you to just release control here. You may be focusing too much on how things happen. You've formulated your plan. It's going to go this way, and the Spirit's saying, no, stop it. Stop it. That's a thing of the past. You're supposed to let go, let God, right? Just believe that everything is working out for you and let it unfold. That's what the Hangman teaches us. Let it unfold. Surrender it to something bigger, okay? And just believe that your Ten of Pentacles is coming. Everything is going to work out. And when you do this, you may actually, because I believe there's also evidence in the Ten of Pentacles, you may start to see it, right? Everything is always working out for you, Sagittarius. Always, always. And this is really about a big shift. So we're seeing the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles. That's a big shift that may happen pretty quickly. And it may take you down a different path, meaning, there are some who say, I'm not trying to take a different path. A different path with the Two of Wands means everything's coming together. Maybe it's not coming together the way that you had planned, King of Swords, because you had a plan, right? And we can get really stressed out when things start to veer off the plan, and we can actually be a little too hard on ourselves about that, right? And what the Two of Wands is telling you is that there's a change coming in really quickly, but it may be a little different than you thought, and it may be uncomfortable for you. It may require something of you weren't planning. right? Because the Two of Wands is all about the plan too. It's all about the plan and getting out of your comfort zone, to be honest. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is here. Wow. So this is going to be really good for you. You are going to have to stay grounded, which is going to be a challenge, because I feel like what it's telling you, and when this, like, because the Eight of Wands is very quick, so it kind of is that energy for me of slowing your roll a little bit. Okay? Slowing your roll, making sure everything makes sense. Okay? Because that is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles does what's good for her. And, and you really need to think of yourself, Sag, in this. When this comes up, you really need to think of you. But the Queen of Pentacles, she's kind of set, She's kind of set. And with the Nine of Cups reversed with the Nine of Pentacles upright is yay. Because the Nine of Cups reversed just kind of says you've been worried. You've been worried, you've been concerned, you've been unhappy with, and I see here definitely worried about things not working out. And about money. But you literally have nothing to worry about, Sag. Let me just say that. Let me just say it. Because it's going to happen in a weird way. Okay? Eight of Wands with the Tower. There's going to be something that comes in very quickly. And it may stress you out. It may be an ending of something. Maybe the thing or the direction or whatever it was that you thought you were going to go is suddenly the universe is saying, no, that's not it. And, the Tower is not a bad thing, right? What the Tower kind of tells you is that there was something wrong with your plan. So we're going to fix it by just freaking setting fire to the whole thing, right? And that can be like, oh my God, what do I do now? What do I do now? But, and that's like literally where you are. Because like all you can see is the Tower at the moment. You don't see the other thing coming in right away. And with the Seven of Swords, you don't see it. You don't see that this is bringing in another way. And, if you just take a minute, and that's going to be really necessary for you to ground yourself. Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. Because the Page of Wands is all about the pivot. And for us Sagittarians, that is what we do. When something isn't working or when something isn't happening, we rush to do something else. Because, and then often with the Page of Wands, they can do something or approach a different thing too quickly, too impulsively. And the Queen of Pentacles is asking you to take a minute, Sag. Take a minute. Just sit in it, right? Just trust that this is taking you where you need to be. Don't rush and look, the Page of Wands is looking at the other direction. And it could come like, out of a place of fear, for sure. Like fear of what I do now. So I'm going to do this because I don't want to suffer, right? I know that most people see the Page of Wands as good news and yada yada yada, and this is all good news, but it's mixed with so many other things, right? So it's mixed with something you weren't expecting, and I feel like the Page of Wands is very impulsive. Well, this didn't work, so I'm just going to jump, and the energy is calling for you to not do that. Not do that. Don't get caught up in that scrambling energy, honestly, because then it's like the opportunity that's cropping up for you with the Two of Wands that you don't see yet, you might miss it, right? Right. And I feel like with the Nine of Cups reversed and the Five of Pentacles, it could kind of, everything happening might put you in this zone of, why can't I ever get what I want? Why do I have to lose? Why does this always happen? That's what that feels like for me. And the truth is like, there's hope in the Five of Pentacles. That's what you're supposed to notice, even though it may seem like something that is like life shitting on you. You need to remember the hope that when one thing ends, another thing always comes, right? And there just was, I feel like whatever this is, nothing more for you in it, or your plan wasn't solid. You maybe thought it was well thought out. But, the universe is magical in the way that it always offers us something else. We always have choices, and it's giving you that. It's showing you a better way. And that's not to say that you're doing anything wrong. But when this tower happens, you may feel like, that I never get what I want. But you are, actually. You are. And though you might want to move like the Page of Wands because of thinking from the lost mentality, the universe is saying, don't do it, Sag. Don't do it. Because we have the resources for you. And the resources even might be in your next destination, Sag. But there is like resources showing up for you. There is something showing up for you that is going to, and you need to have confidence that the way is appearing. No matter how it feels, no matter what happens, you have to believe that, right? Because the Hierophant, the Devil, and Temperance, Jesus, is on the bottom, is asking for you to stay committed. Stay committed to whatever it is you are wanting to do, but release your attachment to when it happens or how it's done. Because they're literally bringing it to you. But they're bringing it to you better. It's like with Temperance, that is, Temperance is definitely guided by angels, right? And it is our energy. And it's telling you to stop feeling like you're the one who has to do it and let it come. Let it come. Just be patient a little bit longer. It's freeing you from something feels like a way of doing things that like you have been attached to for a long time. Now, maybe you don't even know what this is about, but it's kind of testing your commitment, Sag. It is. It is. We're always tested in the challenges, and look at this. There's so much, like, this is a big deal. Underneath the deck, there's 5 major arcana alone. The Strength card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. So this is definitely an opportunity to make a dream come true, Sag, right? To bring something into your reality. But you are being tested. And it's kind of asking the question of how much do you want it, right? How much do you want it? And the universe does do that. And they do it a lot of the times by just slowing it down. With the Knight of Pentacles, they're showing you a different way. Maybe they're saying you were too much in a rush, but, aside from even that, they're showing you a different way. And you're supposed to really pay attention that this is all part of your path. This is all part of your path. And what is coming for you is so intensely magical. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get better than the Wheel of Fortune, which is our Jupiter energy, Sag. Wowza. So, definitely hang in there. 10 of Wands, the hard times are almost over. Ace of Swords. The Moon. 9 of Swords. You have to let go of your fears. You have to let go of your worries. You have to focus only on growth. And just with the Ace of Swords, that's facing the truth about taking on too much, doing too much. Sag, I said what I said. Wow, that was a humongo lesson. It's not just a lesson, it's kind of like telling you, Sag. It is telling you something big. And I have seen in past days how Sagittarius is receiving karmic justice on such a big scale. So I hope that you will believe that and not get too stressed out by the Tower, right? So let's get a final word from your guides. I'm sorry this ran so long, but you know me. You know me, y'all. I'd be talking. What's your final word for Sag? Oh. Stand your ground, Sag. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Toodles, Sag.